Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
Today we're going to be doing Top 5 Wednesday, which is started by Ginger Reads Lainey. I'll leave her channel down below.
The topic for today is your top 5 most frustrating characters.
Let's just get straight into it. My number 5 is Clary from the Mortal Instruments series. I've only read 2.5 of the books, but she just gets on my nerves a lot. I don't really know why. She might get better in the later books, but I haven't read those yet. But at this point in time, she just really annoys me because she just is very rash and runs off and does things without really thinking it through, and she just has little drops all the time that's really irritating. She's just getting on my nerves. But she's number 5 because she's not that irritating, but she is frustrating quite a lot.
My number 5 is Jane from Jane Eyre. I like Jane Eyre, that's why she's on number 5, because she's just really nice, but the way she all ums and ahs about Mr. Rochester and how she just doesn't really go there quick enough. Like, she could save herself all of that trouble in the worst bit of the book, which is where she goes and meets on in the house and she runs off and nearly starves to death. Like, there's no need for that part, and it's the most boring part, and she could avoid that without being... Oh, she's just so frustrating.
My number 4 is another classic, and that is Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights. He's just frustrating, kind of like Jane Eyre. He could save himself a lot of trouble if he just kind of thought things through a little bit. And he just does really horrible things unnecessarily. He could just, you know, he goes away for a bit and he could just come back and be really nice and woo Catherine, but instead he just does really horrible things because she's going to get married to someone else. It's like, you could win back her heart, but you don't try. But yeah, it's just, he's a frustrating guy. He could just make things a lot better for himself if he thought things through.
My number 4 is quite painful to say, actually, because I love this book series, but Tom is frustrating. He just says the same things over and again. Like, what are his favourite sayings? Like, his heart sunk into his boots.
He chucked his staff into his left hand and satisfying click. Is that
oh,
one
the
as well?
satisfying click of the staff. Oh, God. It appears in every book, like, multiple times. I'm like, just come up with a new saying. But I like his consistency, but he is kind of frustrating sometimes where he says these things over and over again.
My third frustrating character is Gatsby from The Great Gatsby. Kind of like Heathcliff. I think he could just make things better for himself if he thought things through. He's very rash and he's just kind of like, I will only accept Daisy's love if she says a very specific sentence. It's like, well, no, she loves you. You could just live happily ever after now, but you keep being a numpty. And yeah, he's just frustrating. He's very set in his ways. That causes a lot of trouble for him, unnecessarily. He could have a very happy life, but yeah, he's a frustrating guy. And he says old sport all the time. That gets a bit frustrating.
My third most frustrating character is Teresa from the Maze Runner trilogy. I just really hate her. She just gets in the way of Tom and Boy's maze. Like, she just annoys me. And she's just there and like, oh, Tom. I love Tom. And she spends most of the time passing out like Tom does. Like, he's annoying for that as well. I still love Tom, but Teresa, I can't even think of anything else. I hate her.
My second most frustrating character is Sutter from The Spectacular Now. He's a frustrating guy because he's a very lovable character. He's very funny and laid back, but he's so laid back that if some sort of hope in his life, like some sort of responsibility, he just sort of throws it all away. Like, he has a really nice girlfriend and, well, she's a bit annoying, but, you know, they're very happy, and he just sort of just goes, oh no, life, and then he just dumps everything. It's just frustrating. It's like, he's just going to grow up and have nothing. And you don't want that for him because he's a nice guy. So he's just frustrating for that reason.
My penultimate most frustrating character... Sorry. These books keep peeling. And it's really annoying.
This tag's making us angry. This Top 5 Wednesday.
It is. I'm getting annoyed. Jocelyn. I can't really remember anything she does that makes me happy in the entire series. She's just a moany, overprotective mother. And some people will be like, oh, but she loves Clary. She wants to protect Clary. She's just annoying. I really don't like her. The only time when she's quite impressive is when she all battles up in gear and she becomes a shadow hunter again. But all of the way that she hid Clary from everything, it's just too much. She holds Clary back, and that might be why Clary is so annoying, because you can see where she gets it from. But Jocelyn.
My top most frustrating character out of all the books I've read has to be Victor Frankenstein from Frankenstein. He is so frustrating because he's so moany the entire book, and he makes everything bad for himself. Like, all he needs to do is be nice to the creature, but he can't do that, so awful things happen. And then the creature even gives him a second chance and says, make me a girlfriend and I'll leave you alone. And he basically does it and then just freaks out and, like, destroys the girlfriend, and then everything's awful for him. It's just like, if you're not such a wimp, then you'd be happy.
He's scared of his wife.
He's just scared of everything. He's like Courage the Cowardly Dog. That is what he's like.
Oh.
But he's cute because he's a cartoon.
Yeah.
But Courage the Cowardly Dog, as a person, who you have to read about for hundreds of pages, is just irritating.
That was a terrifying cartoon.
Victor Frankenstein is the most frustrating character. He, like, as soon as I saw this Top 5 Wednesday, I was like, I know who my number one is. This guy. Can't be doing with him.
My most annoying, frustrating character is Triss from the Divergent trilogy. This might be a bit controversial because I know Triss is awesome. Right, she's a badass, really. But there's parts about her, and it's specifically her in Insurgent, that really annoys me. Because how she has the PTSD with the gun, and how she's scared because, like, spoilers for Divergent, but how she, like, you know, killed someone who was close to her. She just can't get over it for the entire book. But this whole book is about her being an insurgent, and she can't pick up a gun and do anything. She can't do anything. She's just basically frozen throughout the entire book, and it's just really annoying. I really struggled to read this, and when I got to Allegiant, I started it and it was awful, and I spoilt the ending. It's partly because of Triss.
Yeah.
It's mostly because of Triss, because it is her.
Yeah.
I can't be dealing with her, basically.
That's it for our Top 5 Wednesday. We're in a bit of a anger now. I know it's not characters that make you angry, it's just frustrating, but frustration makes you angry. I just want these characters to be happy. They're all just idiots and ruin everything for themselves. It's just annoying.
I haven't really got anything else to say because I am also quite riled. So comment and subscribe if you like our angry video. And we'll see you on the next one where we should hopefully be happier. See you later, guys. Bye. My Animal Crossing's character still
I do that as well. They're like, what nickname should I give you? I'm like, Old Sport. It's back. Yeah.
That really scared me. Remember the fox? That was like the devil in the motel. Oh,
I can't remember it.
oh, it was really great. I used to love it.
That's it for our...
Sorry.